G'day, I'm Evan, and welcome to Gamey. And joining me on the show this week, it's Naomi Higgins. Andy Matthews. And Xavier Michaelides.
Ben Russell's dead.
Yes!
That's good.
Andy set me up for that one.
Yeah?
I was the one who killed Ben Russell, so I allowed that to happen. I was instrumental.
Excellent. Hey, I want to thank our new patrons who signed up this week since our last episode. Jesse Heath, Prash Chanda, Landy
Why don't you Google these names so you can...
Evan, this is the 8th time we've done this. Oh my God.
I'm also just calibrating to reading, you know?
No.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Landy fucking... I'm sorry, Landy.
Sorry, Landy.
Demicage.
It's called Landy DeFuckin. Landy DeFuckin.
Landy DeFuckin. Landy Demicage. Chunda Dunt, Badger, Vicente Chapman, Joshua Barron, Cody, and Dean Martin.
Why?
Whoa, Dean Martin.
Oh, that's a big get.
Back from the dead. Dean Martin.
That's amore.
Yeah.
Yes!
Evan, your hour of stand-up is coming along. I'm looking forward to it now.
And that's a moron, am I right? Give me this.
There it is.
Yeah,
There it is.
all right.
Great. We are streaming the recording of this show live on Twitch. You can go to twitch.tv/Gamey Show 8 p.m. on Friday next week to watch us live as we tape the show. And you can join us for a bit of an after-show chat as well.
Yeah, that's
So it's a bit of fun.
Really?
Can I?
Is that what we're doing?
Oh, great. I'll stick around.
Yeah, great.
Well, yeah, you're obligated to.
But I never said I would, and I'm being pressured while during the show.
I'm sure I mentioned...
Classic Evan move.
Workplace.
Bring it up, during
Bring
while we're
stuff
doing
up
it.
on stream. He loves to do it.
Loves to do it. Yeah, hey, it's just photography, baby. Take your top off. It's a bit hot in here. I know what you're doing, Evan.
That's why it's so sweltering.
I know. He's trying to get a porn to
Turn
happen.
the fans off, he says.
Turn them off. Don't like the noise. Right.
So it's Naomi's birthday this week. Happy birthday.
Hey! What?
Yeah,
I knew this. Happy birthday.
thank you.
What'd you get?
I got Bec sprinting out of the room.
Which is a gift.
She has a fear of specifically your birthday. We know this.
I got a Dyson Airwrap.
Oh, yeah.
I mentioned earlier, before we started filming this, it's very expensive, so a lot of my friends put in for it, which is very nice.
I got one of those.
And also I got a lot of flowers because obviously we went into a snap lockdown and I couldn't go to my show premiere and my birthday was in lockdown and also my friend was supposed to have a wedding on Saturday. So the worst part.
Gamey games.
But I'm back for gamey
This
games.
show is basically
How'd you turn a
unaffected.
birthday story into a real downer?
Anyway, my point is I got sent a lot of flowers, so that was really nice as well.
It's
good.
not all your friends chipping in to buy you an airwave. Not just a way of all your friends saying, hey, Naomi has bad hair.
Fuck. That was too close.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Naomi.
Your hair looks great.
Happy
Why did you blow on it now that we can't eat it?
There was some hair on top.
I don't have COVID, I just have bad hair.
No, your hair looks great now that you got the Dyson
That
thing.
you fuck. Fucks. Fuck you. Yeah, I look $1 million.
Look at least $800 and it's fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really nice. Thank you for my cheesecake. I love cheesecake.
Great.
I'm sorry I blew on it. It was a joke because there were no candles. Now I understand why there were no candles.
Yes, we had that
So that you wouldn't
conversation.
blow on it.
So that I wouldn't blow on it, and I did exactly that.
So now it's all yours.
So maybe that's what I wanted.
Well,
What flavour cheesecake is it? Classic?
it's a New York cheesecake. I think.
Oh, that's the best.
I don't know what flavour New York
flavour.
is.
Tastes like, yeah,
Rats.
pizza and piss. Yummy.
This New York pizza is made with piss.
Genuine piss. There's a guy at the back going, do I piss in this one too? I'm walking here. I'm pissing here.
This week, We're going to take a look at horror platformer Little Nightmares 2. But first, what do you think of this? The 25th anniversary of Pokemon has led to some unexpected things. A Levi's collab, Pokemon skateboards, a virtual Post Malone concert. But it's also caused a spike in McDonald's Happy Meal sales. In the US, promotional Pokemon Happy Meals include a pack of 4 exclusive Pokemon cards. But grown-ups are ruining the fun by buying dozens of the kids' meals and reselling the cards.
What? And throwing out the food?
No, some people are being very good in donating the food to people who are hungry, who need food.
People who are hungry.
Donating loose Happy Meal content to the hungry.
You're hungry.
Donating it to like food organisation, that's a good
Surely
thing.
the time between getting the Happy Meal, finding a food organisation, and then handing over cold 2-day-old burgers. I mean,
I don't know if it
you're
takes
better
that
off just
long.
eating it yourself or handing it to someone at the office.
They do keep pretty well.
I don't think these people work in an office.
They
They're
don't advertise
YouTubers.
that, but they do. Yeah.
They keep for years.
They ain't going nowhere.
Wow.
So
this is-
that's fucked. I hate capitalism. I hate this guy for doing this.
You hate this guy, Owen Grown.
Yes.
I should say,
So that picture is somebody who bought lots of them, is it?
yes, it
Bought all
is.
of them?
Yes.
When I saw that, I assumed he worked at McDonald's and
No.
was offering them.
No, so there's a couple of things going on here. So
Even with all that context, that little spiel he did. Well, this guy works at Macca's.
well, one of the problems that's happening is that you can find on eBay people are selling like literally the cases that the Pokemon cards come in, which means that McDonald's employees are basically just selling the whole crates.
That
to
seems
people.
much more efficient. McDonald's should do that.
Just sell the cards and then you don't have to waste
They've
it.
wasted all this food. Food waste
Yeah.
is a huge problem. Just sell the cards. You want the crap? Hell yeah.
Yeah, right. Maybe they're realizing their
Little
business
plastic
model is.
thing.
But also, kids aren't getting them.
Yeah,
That's the
I think
sad bit.
It is sad.
Think of the kids.
Think of the children. Yes.
This
Kids will
reminds
be okay without a Pokemon card.
Kids are very scared these days.
What?
Kids have got a lot of things to worry about.
What are they scared of?
Need the climate change.
Okay.
Yeah, wake up, Evan.
Wake up, Evan, it's happening.
It's happening. All right. I don't care what you're trying to.
The only thing that is going to fix that is these kids getting Happy Meals with Pokemon cards.
Exactly.
In them.
That's true.
You think about that. Each one of those cards.
about that.
What is it? It's carbon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Made from carbon.
Yes.
The word card is practically carb if you turn the B around.
Okay. Yeah.
It's in the clues are all there.
Okay.
Hard
So-
on card carbon.
Exactly. And people who collect cards are sequestering carbon. Right?
Right.
And that's going to save us.
Give the carbon to the kids.
Yep, because they're the future.
And they store
Right,
it.
sorry.
It's about
Sorry,
storing
I was
the
just
carbon.
confused.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then
right.
one day we'll be able to burn those cards to
we just-
generate electricity.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
What I like about this is that US McDonald's has apologised for the significant demand. I bet they're really sorry, aren't they? I bet they're so sorry that so many people want to buy our product. Oh, we're so sorry that we're selling this great thing that everybody loves. And I bet when that was published in the media, they really regretted having to get the word out there. That everybody loves the things that they're selling, and they're hugely valuable. The little
Yeah.
bits of crap that cost them nothing to
Well,
make.
interestingly, it's not the McDonald's that people want. It's the Pokemon cards that go along with it.
No. Yes.
So.
The boxes are cute though.
Boxes are cute.
Yeah, they
Boxes
are
are very
cute.
cute,
Yeah,
and I
nailed
saw one box where, like just by accident, one of those little flaps with the M ears had folded down. I thought that's even cuter.
Oh yeah, maybe they should do that.
I think that's so cute, and I think it's wonderful how I don't know anything about McDonald's. I've never had a Happy Meal, but I don't know if they do this ears thing where the M is the
What?
ears.
You've never had a Happy Meal?
I've never had a Happy Meal, but I don't know if they do this.
No, don't stop
No,
there.
no,
Why won't you have
You've
a
never
happy
had a Happy Meal.
Just have a Happy Meal.
I've never
Have one now.
never had.
Why not?
You could have one right now. You could order
Oh, I
one.
could.
Let's order it.
All right,
Yeah.
let's order a Happy Meal.
Order
I'll
'em
have a
up.
Happy Meal.
4 Happy Meals, please. But not the shit ones.
What are the shit ones?
The apple and juice ones.
Yeah, no.
No, Coke and little fries.
Actually, I have the juice.
Yeah, but you have to. You get too excited.
Were you not allowed McDonald's as a kid? Is this?
It was just like not a thing. Like it it was almost like a little.
Were you a kid before McDonald's?
Well, no, there were McDonald's, and we were watching them open up. But then we talked. We were indoctrinated as children, and every time we drove past one, it would be like, "Oh, who would want to eat there?" And we were in the back going like, "Yeah, who would want to eat there?"
And there I was sitting with my family in the McDonald's,
Yeah.
like pigs at a trough.
Watching your car go by. It's like, losers!
Have fun with your salad, bitch.
I was halfway between the both of you, where my parents didn't like McDonald's, but were fine with like Hungry Jacks and Red Rooster. So it was a weird thing where
is
it wasn't
very
really
good.
fast food or eating right. It was just, that feels too American. But Hungry Jacks,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
fine.
The American. Is that what the problem was? Do you think it was the American?
No, we didn't go to any of those
Just
other
fast
places
food.
either.
What was a treat
Probably
back
just
when
had
you were a
good
kid?
parents
We
who
were-
didn't let him eat shit.
True, but let's still. I know, but ignoring that, let's make fun of him. Ignoring. Fuck you.
Now's our chance.
Now's our
You
chance.
really well and didn't let you eat fast food because they wanted you
You're
to
still
eat
healthy to this
wrong.
day, you loser.
Good news
of
is
shit.
that I now do take my small children to the McDonald's drive-through to get cones and chips.
Well, that's nice.
And they call it Old McDonald Cafe because they're confused. And it is extremely cute and makes me want to go back there more.
That's great. That's how they get you.
They had a happy meal.
They haven't had a Happy Meal, no.
But so you've never thought, I'll get a Happy Meal for myself.
I can't. I mean, I don't want to sound like a fuckhead, but why would I
I'll
ever
order
do
you a
that?
Happy Meal right now.
No one judges. No one's like, you can't have one. What are you, a pedo? No one's like,
I don't even know what's inside. What is a Happy Meal?
It's like a small
What's in there?
It's like a few, I think you got
Small chips and a cheeseburger.
Or you can get nuggets. I used to get the nuggets one.
I got the
I'm a
cheese.
vegetarian.
oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
No, that
there's apples and oranges.
get apples.
Shit, if you...
pre-sliced.
That does not.
Sliced
You know how much you hate
As a
slicing
vegetarian, I'm not a fucking idiot.
apples? Don't you want to pay more for an apple in a box? With a little toy.
Were you
You get a toy. You
grow up vegetarian?
No, I became one at the age of 17.
Damn, I was going to bully you even harder.
No. It's good.
Your kid's
Good thing there's
vegetarian?
nothing else to bully me about.
just because it's mealtime, that doesn't mean you have to stop celebrating 25 years of Pokemon.
Yeah, that is one of the most incredible sentences that has ever been written in English.
Oh, no.
That's the press
I love
release.
ad copy so
Yeah, it's
much.
good.
All right, kids, it's mealtime. Stop celebrating 25 years of Pokemon. Oh, you're over there. I see you celebrating 25 years of Pokemon. Stop celebrating 25 years of Pokemon. Get to the table. It's mealtime. I'm not going to tell you which one until you get here. You can work it out from context clues. Otherwise, you're on your own. There'll be a meal at the table. So stop that.
They'll do it under the table.
They were celebrating with their legs.
Yeah.
I don't allow that. Are there any?
You kids aren't celebrating with your legs, are you?
There are.
Because I can't tell.
Their feet just doing this under the
I actually started doing that with my legs then, but no one can see that. So
Yeah, I went to do it too, and
Yeah.
I stopped.
Would have been funny
I'm
though.
not an idiot.
There are.
well, maybe I am.
There are a lot of
About that.
Pokemon games, but there are none that you can play with your legs.
It's true.
And I think that's a niche. Pokemon
Yes.
legs.
I think someone just
Pokemon
finished the new
heel
Zelda
and
game with their
toes.
feet.
Well,
I watched someone playing Celeste on a Dance Dance Revolution mat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw someone playing Dark Souls, one of those as well.
Well, there you go. Okay, so
What
maybe
did
you
you see
can.
someone playing with their legs, Andy?
The Hokey Pokey.
my young son has quite bad eczema, and I've been rubbing a lot of ointment on the back of his knees.
Kids always got.
And I'm sorry.
I know kids get a lot of eczema because they're real scared these days.
Hang on. Oh, because of the climate change.
Climate change.
Get him a Happy Meal.
Happy Meal. Got nothing to worry about.
I should point out. So some people are.
Better.
I was real confused.
Going through the drive-through and just ordering dozens of Happy Meals to get the cards to then resell.
Yes.
So you could resell like a 4-pack of these cards for like $10 US.
And is that more than
He's
the
celebrating. He's
That's
celebrating
celebrating.
under the table.
I made that noise in my mouth.
Is it?
And that is higher than the value of a Happy Meal. I'm not sure what a Happy Meal is in the US, maybe $5.
And so they can then use that.
You know, a Happy Meal in the US comes with 2 cheeseburgers.
Really?
I ordered one, it came with, and I specified I just want one cheeseburger, and Mark was like, "Oh, why are you specifying that?" And then they were like, "We don't have meals with 1 cheeseburger."
Wow.
We haven't found a way to do that. We don't.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy over there. Have you heard about America? They're crazy.
Those Americans.
They elected Donald Trump president.
Really?
Yeah.
When?
There you go.
Anyway, so some people are buying these to hoard them and to sell them, basically being scalpers. Getting
That
as many
makes
as they can.
me feel
Selling them for
so
profit.
sick.
This guy in particular, I should point out, is not doing that. He's donating the food, but he's also donating the Pokemon cards.
So,
It's still,
so this is a big attention grab.
yeah, and it is still depriving.
He's not donating the attention, is he?
No, there's Instagrammers who like film themselves giving money to homeless people. It's
Right.
Like, just
Yeah.
fucking do it, dickhead. I do.
Congratulations, you got 2,500 likes on Twitter.
Yeah, whatever.
I got more bullying Star Wars. Just do that, bro. This is embarrassing to me. Why would he donate the cards? What is the purpose of donating the cards?
I guess it means, I mean, the end result is that kids who go to McDonald's can't have them, but he, I don't know, can give them to
So
people
he
who
bought
want
them. So the kids who go into McDonald's now,
Yeah.
after him,
Yeah.
can't have them.
What happens to the kids who go into McDonald's? What do you mean they can't have?
They get shot
Well, they run
on
out.
site.
It's America. It's crazy.
Wow. Because
they
like,
just-
if
they
we
just run
can't
out.
make you happy, it's better that you die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's their
And that's
promise to
quick.
you.
And that's our guarantee. We'll make you happy or else.
No, they just simply run out. The problem is that there is.
That happens. You might not know this about Happy Meals because you don't know what a
I
Happy
don't.
Meal is, but they come with toys, and sometimes the toys run out. Once my mum, I was collecting the Snoopy toys, and my mum was like, "Do you have this one that I wanted?" The pilot Snoopy, I believe.
Yes.
And they didn't, but they had it in like a town like 15 minutes over, and she drove there and got it for me from the other McDonald's.
What,
And
they
I was
have
like,
some
that's-
sort of system where they know how many Snoopies they have.
Yeah, they would just call the nearby
neighbouring
stores.
McDonald's.
And then I always was like, that was so nice of my mum. But now I'm wondering, like, what was up with her? That, like, was she upset about something? Like, no one just drives 20 minutes out of their way to get a toy.
She just wanted to get out of the house.
Yeah, she needed to escape.
Needed a little break from you.
Oh, the pilot Snoopy. I gotta
Oh
get
yeah, I
the
gotta get it
pilot
for Naomi. She needs it. I don't know.
But it was very sweet. But yeah, people get really into these toys. This is disgusting because it's not kids, it's adults, and it.
This reminds me of a
I hate it so much.
friend of mine who was a big D&D player, and he used to. He was a Warhammer player, but he was playing
Played Big D&D.
Big D and D. No, sorry, he was playing Warhammer, but it's board game and models and stuff. And one of the people he usually plays with was a teacher and brought a student along who was also into Warhammer. But this was like a high school kid, like a younger kid. And one of the other
It's
players.
really hard to follow what's happening.
Okay, so we got adults.
So many characters.
Okay,
in this
so we
story.
got a whole bunch of adults. One of them's a teacher, brings along a student from the high school he teaches who's into Warhammer as well and says, "You can come play with us." And turns up, and then one of the players, "I don't want to play with a kid," and then walked out and said, "This is ridiculous," and got all angry about it.
Yeah,
It's
my
like, to be-
little figurines are for
Your little figurine game, like as if children aren't playing this, okay? I'm not shaming you for playing Warhammer, everyone, but kids are also playing
Yeah,
it.
be careful where you are.
I know. I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I get it. Model painting's fun. But if a child turns up, don't get angry, you fuckhead.
Very good. My brothers tried to get into Warhammer when I was young, and I kept telling them, "Why don't you just make your own figures?"
Yeah, man.
And stuff. Like there are all these complicated ones that are so expensive, and spaceships and shit. And I was
Yeah.
like, just paint a cardboard box.
Buy
Come
some
on, kids.
Get some Fimo. Bloody make it up, chuck it in the
Exactly.
oven, watch it melt and not be the same again. They'll be like, "Oh, I fucked it."
But then just tell everyone it's got 40,000 point plus something.
Imagining you turning up going,
Anyway.
"This one's got 50,000 hit points." You can't bring your own.
I did not understand.
So you have to buy the stuff to have good points in the game.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Warhammer. I just
Yeah, you got to
The
get
original pay to play.
That's lame AF.
Yeah. All right, cut to the comment below explaining why we're all wrong about
So yeah, this thing's it's fine.
I'm done with this.
You're okay with
this This is if you're buying fucking kids' toys to sell them for money, this is how I feel about you.
I don't, but they run out. They run out anyway. Like how much? If the kid's happiness is dependent on whether or not they run out of Happy Meals, then the system is flawed and the kid is being raised wrong. Why?
I had too much beer. I'm fucking confused.
I think that we could statistically prove that this doesn't increase the amount of happiness in the world. Just the existence of Happy Meals. Because
that's not the argument.
But look at
what do you think I'm saying?
It is now.
You're just arguing about Happy Meals. We're all fine with Happy Meals. You clearly have trauma that you need to address elsewhere. Not being allowed Happy Meals.
The problem is that these people don't realise is that they're not fucking the Wall Street bets. They're the fucking who was the hedge fund?
Shkreli.
They're the
Yeah, I know what you mean.
They're the hedge fund in this. If you're buying McDonald's and selling it on and making a profit, you're the bad guys. Yeah, think about that.
I mean, it's also particularly like I think a big part of it is that right now a lot of this is going on, like with no one can get a PS5 at the moment, and people keep buying them up, or the Nvidia graphics cards or whatever. People scalpers
like 2080 Super don't seem so dumb no more.
Yeah, well,
you can't get anything, so
yeah.
You have a 2080?
I got a 2080 Super, I know. And everyone's like, you idiot, but do you have a 3090?
No.
Exactly. I got a 2080.
Well, hang on, I could get a 3090 if I wanted to.
I have a 3080.
Oh.
Here's a 3080. Anyway.
Where'd you get that from?
Mark bought it online.
Mark's got it. You don't have it. Mark got it.
Yeah, but I've got Mark.
Anyway, the point is this is happening a lot. Like there's so much scarcity, which is a weird thing to say. There's so much scarcity in the world right now.
Is there one thing that we got too much of? We got too much scarcity. Come on down to Andy's Scarcity Warehouse. I ordered so much scarcity, they're telling me I've got to get rid of some of it. So,
but also,
5 scarcity per that person, maximum sale.
Also, it's scarcity in things that don't really matter, so who gives a shit? I mean, no Pokemon cards and graphic cards. Fuck off.
No, I wouldn't be upset if they just ran out of Pokemon cards. I'm upset that there are grown men buying them to resell them. Go fucking plant a community garden, you piece of shit. Do something worthwhile, idiot.
Wouldn't it be great if they did go do that and in a real sort of like, all right, fuck it, I will. Why are you doing this? A girl on the internet told me to.
But their version of that is this guy, Island Grown, for example, getting them all and then donating them. Donating the food, Well,
who is he donating?
To those in there? I actually don't know.
So he's just bought these, right?
Yes.
He could have just given families money.
Yes.
Spend as they choose instead of buying junk food for whoever happens to be passing by. The food's already fucking cold. It's shit food. They don't need your help. 2,500 likes, not enough to have done this, loser.
Can I make a bet? If he did a TikTok video of him handing those out, the music playing in the background is that version of Home where it's just one guy singing it. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like, home, and home. Every time there's like a sad little heartwarming fucking song.
Right. Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros.
Damn right. Thanks for backing me up, Evan. I was really
know what you're talking about?
Someone goes on TikTok.
Yeah, a lot actually.
Me too.
I've never.
It's a lot of fun.
It's good. It's good. You got to work your algorithm. You're going to see a lot of sexy kids when you get on for the first time. You just got to scroll away.
I got into all the sea shanties for a bit. That was heaps of fun. That sea shanty time was my favourite bit.
Yeah,
I'm all about the duets.
Like you.
Yeah, they look like me. I was like, oh, there we are. There's all me. Now I know I am. No more sexy kids. A lot of me.
Finally, something for Xavier.
Sexy me's. Yeah, it is. It's all dudes like me singing sea shanties. Or I do like the duets though. That's some of the best ones. You into the duets?
What do you mean the duets?
Just the singing duets. Someone sings and then someone joins. Someone's like, I'm just singing a song, and someone's like, well, let me do a fuck off harmony. And you're like, yeah, you guys don't even know each other, harmonising across the world.
Like that's an actual duet.
It's so hot in here. I'm losing my fucking mind. I just realised then how delirious I am.
How good are duets?
We're talking about Instagram and you're like, the videos?
The video? I know. Like I was talking about that's like a feature. Oh yeah, you like movies? What about the edits that happen?
Can we move on? I can't look at this cunt anymore. I hate this guy. I'm so pissed off. of?
Little Nightmares 2 is a delightfully disturbing puzzle platformer. You play a boy named Mono who, along with a girl named Six, must escape various creatures and traps to stay alive. Let's take a look at the trailer. Now let's look at the trailer for Little Nightmares 2. This is a cool game.
Love it.
Hell yeah.
Love the shit out of it.
You've got a Zupa Duper on your head.
No, I don't.
We were given Zupa Dupers while the trailer was playing to cool down.
Yeah.
This is very creepy. But I kind of went into I saw a few quotes that were like, this is, you know, like the scariest game of the year and stuff. I didn't find it like scary, but it's definitely creepy. It's definitely, got that nightmarish feel to it.
I think it's
What I thought.
Yeah.
there's a big difference between a horror aesthetic and then horror gameplay.
Yes.
I think there are elements of horror gameplay where you are hiding from those monsters and it is tense and scary.
Yes.
But I wasn't like going, oh, this is jump scare central. I'm spending the whole time nervous that something's going to jump out in front of me. It wasn't like that for the majority of it. It was, but it was a horror aesthetic. It was creepy the whole way through. So.
It's fucking creepy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you not like the lady with the neck?
That was so good. The noise she makes when, like, you have to climb up the top, and if you dropped things, her head would come up. It would go like that. You're like, oh my god, this was. I love games like this.
Tense.
It was really tense.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing that this is that like I haven't played the game, but I watched quite a bit of the walkthrough trailer that you sent us, and I'm like,
You watched quite a bit of the walkthrough trailer.
The
How long was the walkthrough trailer?
It was like 3 hours.
The walkthrough, it was a
okay.
full walkthrough of the game.
I guess it wasn't a trailer. I made a mistake. I made one mistake, Naomi.
You're like, wow, this is
my
a really
whole
long trailer. Fuck.
Giving away the whole game, but
Rub through it. But I was like, this is exactly what my nightmares are like.
Right,
You get
okay.
spooked easily.
Yeah, spooked very easily. And all my nightmares, I am running away from weird things and like strange loops are happening and you can't get away and you got to jump and it's just like this.
Oh,
and
great.
the only difference is that they've made the people really small, and I think that's a good idea because
Yeah.
it works with the title. And
Yes.
also,
that was really lucky because
yeah.
they wrote that title a long time
A
ago.
long time ago.
They were like, Little Nightmares 2 and whatever that'll be.
Then they made Little Nightmares 1 and they were like, you know what? Little Nightmares 2 could be the sequel to this.
We should start with that game first.
Yes.
We better get around to making Little Nightmares 2.
But like nightmares would be more scary if you were tiny. And
Yes.
they spotted that and they made it a reality.
It's weird how this game is really scary, but also it feels really familiar for some strange reason to me. Like
Interesting.
the first
Played
one
other
did.
Games?
Well, no, the first one. Yeah, no.
I mean,
I mean,
for once, I was not trying to be a bitch.
Yeah, but you know what? Your bitchness always shines through.
It's at my heart. Well, because it reminds me a bit of like Inside I've played. Have you played Inside?
Yeah. I love Inside. I mean, I was thinking, I wish I'd be quite happy if this became its own genre of games that the narrative has very little dialogue or no dialogue whatsoever. The story just unfolds in front of you, and you only really learn what's going on through the art style and the backdrop and the characters. And there's a lot of mystery. It's the best. It's the best way to tell a
Visual
story.
storytelling.
Dialogue.
Yeah.
I do
So
not
much better.
play any games, but I watched this and I was like, I want to play a game.
Yes.
It made me want to
This
play
game?
a game.
This
This one's too scary, but if this was nice, I would play it. A nice one.
I feel like there could be more of this style of game, but it doesn't always have to be spooktastic. I feel like we could make, like, because even Inside and Limbo are creepy as well. They're scary as well. Like, Inside's probably the least.
Inside scary?
Well, yeah, probably the least scary of all
really
of them.
dark.
It's dark, but it's the least scary. So
Yeah.
play Inside. I reckon you'll like that one.
Okay.
But it's still, once again, it's always a small boy or a small child who gets killed over and over again, and you're like, we could make a different
Oh, it's
one.
so brutal.
It's brutal.
When the kid dies.
Oh my god.
Every time I was playing it on stream and everyone loved how often I'd every fucking 5 seconds I'd walk and the little boy's body would just get fucking slammed into the
Slammed
ground
down.
and just collapse lifeless, and it didn't get easier.
It's like cut in half by a fucking bear trap, and you're like, I'm so sorry about that, sorry. Like,
This little kid, as far as I can tell, is not a good person.
What do you mean?
In some ways, he's not good.
Why?
He does bad
hey,
things.
spoiler alert from the trailers over here.
He does
the
bad
extended
things.
trailers.
No. This is spoilers from the Wikipedia page. I also read that. I'm very thorough.
Oh, right.
Are you going to spoil it for me? Because I haven't finished the game.
No,
I haven't finished it either.
I just
He hasn't
think
done
he's-
anything bad
I think
yet.
that is he not a bad little boy? Maybe.
Well, he's the
think he deserves
protagonist,
it, do
so...
you? He's a bad little. Are you the woman with the neck?
Well, you know.
I was playing a level earlier today and I was so fucking tense. And I don't usually get tense during Phasmophobia. Never made me feel tense at all. I was just like la la la, screaming, trying to get something to murder me. But this made me so tense. There's a level where you have a flashlight and there's these like sort of
Is it these guys?
malformed bodies that sort of lumber towards you, but they'll stop if you're shining a light at them. And it's terrifying because there was like one thing where you walk through a room that is just full of them. You don't know which ones are going to come to life, and so you're trying to. You've got to like turn, and they're like,
Oh my God.
So they'll be running you on one side, and you'll be stopping them on the other side. And it took me so long.
I'm going to have nightmares
was-
just based on that description.
I was so tense for the whole thing, but I did it.
Have you played the first one?
No.
Go back.
This is
Go
just
back.
I also haven't played the first one, and I read that you will appreciate the second one more if you've played the first one. You get
Oh.
because so 6, the
I think
girl
you
that
could go
you're
back. You could play this
accompanying-
first, finish it, and then go back and play the other one. It's not like
right?
I don't know. I haven't finished this one. Maybe it would be, you know.
But the NPC, the girl that you're with, is the protagonist from the first game.
Because that's what I was like, I remember a game that looks similar to this with a girl in a yellow raincoat, and then she put the raincoat on.
you
And I
have
was like,
played a bit of
oh,
the
this
first
is
one.
the sequel.
No, I have played the first one. I have.
That's why this seems so familiar to you.
No, I'm saying in general, even the first one feels familiar. It feels like.
Is this how your life was as a child?
Yeah, I feel like they've tapped into the nightmares of every child.
Yeah.
The way they use common tropes of like, you know, a teacher with a long neck is like how you felt teachers were like. And there was always that teacher that smelt a bit.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, she's a bit
Yes.
It's
Her
also
face
like
is fucking terrifying.
evil. Yeah, but still smiling like teachers would, but you knew there was evil behind the eyes.
Yeah.
and the scale sort of backs that up as well, because you, as a child, everything is big.
Yeah.
Adults are huge. Everything is just big compared to you, and so you're playing as these tiny characters who, even in the world that they're in, are small.
And they're just so fragile, right? So easy to
Yeah. It's so easy to kill. It's great.
Oh, they just get knocked around like fucking rag dolls. It's so
Yeah.
bad.
The ragdoll physics are pretty brutal. It does. Yeah.
Is this just really clever game making? Like, is this what games are like now? I don't know.
Not all of them.
No.
This is so.
Oh, there are some ones that I don't like.
It's just really, really clever. They just thought about it so much and they did it so good.
I mean, a lot
really
of great
like this
games. A lot of great games are like that. It's good game design. It's
I'm
good level
happy you like
design.
this game because I would have been really pissed off if you hated this game. Because we've been on this show before where you've hated a game like, it's my favourite game. Okay.
I hate a lot of games.
I hate a lot of games. Like, you hate this one. I was going, all right, this is the first time I get serious and I come, what do you want? This is everything you want in a game. And
Yeah.
No, I really like it.
This is very much your wheelhouse.
Yeah,
So-
it looks good. There's no fucking annoying dialogue.
Yeah.
Simple. It's not trying to be fucking overcomplicated. I hate that shit. I get really mad when there's bad dialogue in games.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as there's a moment where you have to click next on a giant wall of text at the bottom of the screen, it's like, all right, well, this is going to suck.
I would have skipped through all of it.
Yeah,
And
just
then, like, people
quickly.
watch me do it on my stream, and I'll, like, next, and then, like, I enter a fight with a guy, I hit him, and then it ends, I lose. I'm like, what the fuck? And it's like, it said 10 times, don't hit the guy. I'm like, boring!
Hey, before you're going to remember, if you hit him, you die. It's a magic power he's got. Fuck off.
Yeah, there's no walls of text in this game.
Also,
no
another
dialogue.
thing I really like about it, I'm quite a completionist, and so when I play games, I get a little bit stressed out that I'm like missing stuff, that I'm not going down side
can't
parts
miss
and
things.
stuff. With this, apart from collecting hats, which I don't really care about, there's only really one thing to do ever. You
Yeah.
can't leave stuff behind, and it's really soothing to me.
Yeah, I felt
was-
like that. Yeah, compared to. So in my mind, I was sort of comparing. It's not a fair comparison, but it's just I played it recently. Comparing it to Blue Fire, which we talked about a couple of weeks ago, which is the 3D platformer. This is a platformer, but it's a bit more.
2.5D.
It's 2.5D instead of 3D. In that it's more. It's kind of a side scroller basically, but with some depth to it, so you can move around a bit in the world. But
It's a two-dimensional game with an extra dimension added on.
yeah, like 3 dimensions, but,
Yeah,
but not really. Like so you. But there's no. So
I
there's
mean,
no,
I'd argue there are more dimensions. There's a dimension of time that you
Sure.
take to
Okay.
play it as
All right.
well.
So maybe it's like 3 dimensions.
Ah, the dimension of fear. Yes, you are about to step into Xavier's dimension of fear.
But there isn't.
Welcome to the dimensions of fear. I'll be your guide. And let me tell you, I don't know where we're going.
I only know where we cannot go. Through that door! Because there's a lot of street noise and it really bleeds into the recording.
Right. Yeah.
Does.
It's so there isn't the element of like exploration that you would have in something like like a 3D platformer.
You're not really going to get lost.
Yeah, you can't get lost, right?
Yeah, that's like I always say the most annoying
Stop
thing
me
about-
from getting lost.
You'll find a way. I like playing Last of Us Part 2, which is, one of my favourite games of last year, but even in that one I'd be like, I better go check around for some little fucking
Yeah.
nails and shit.
Horror
Like,
scene.
I get a bit
fucking
of.
you're still getting this saying, this is actually slowing down everything and annoying me, but I have to do it because I don't want to miss out on stuff. And not be
It
able
gives
to
me anxiety, like the FOMO thing of like, I feel like I have to look at everything,
Gives you
open every drawer.
anxiety?
Well, it just makes it a bit more stressful for me because I feel like I can't. I want to just sort of keep pressing on, but I feel like I might be missing out on something if I don't look in every room and check every drawer, and
Yeah.
I don't want to miss.
Missing out on a hat that does nothing and serves no purpose, I don't give a shit. Like,
It's
Yeah, I mean,
fine.
it's yeah,
So this is an indie game.
yeah.
What does that mean? What?
What does that mean?
It's simply it's made,
welcome back to Gamey Basics.
It's
made
for
by
dummies.
made by a small development studio, not by
Not by Bethesda.
or Activision
Yeah, right.
or
Yeah.
like the big boys.
Like,
So then they
do
can-
you feel, like playing it, are you like, oh, this feels like an indie game?
This feels like an indie game for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it has
certainly
that
not
indie
a.
It's not
Spirit of-
fucking Call of Duty.
It's not a blockbuster. It's not like paint by numbers sort of thing.
But like, is there a sense in which like it's cheaper or like you feel like you're missing out on certain features?
To me, indie games are better. I mean, not all indie games, but they usually they're different. They're not. There's so many fucking AAA titles that are the same, which sometimes I like. Like I've talked a lot about Spider-Man. I like that one, but it's not doing this.
Because I suppose they can focus in on a very small audience and go, let's just give these people what they want.
Yeah.
We're an indie game developers. We don't need to worry about making all the money back because it's not a huge undertaking.
Yeah. So it's smaller. In that
It's not a
the-
huge undertaking.
It is
Well,
a
no,
huge.
It's a weekend.
yeah, this was a couple of weeks.
This
But I
is-
suppose
this
a small
is
undertaking.
5 years of several people's lives, and you're like, it's just easy to just knock it out.
But it's not teams of hundreds of people.
No.
And it's not like spending hundreds of millions of dollars on a project, and
Yeah.
and the result of that is that they don't need to sell hundreds of millions of copies at $99, to make their money back and make that a good.
As well, I
viable
guess,
business.
like that, we've got examples of indie game developers who found themselves in making the mistakes AAA titles do, like No Man's Sky, where it's like, we're just going to make a fun little game where you can travel every planet in the world. And it was like, oh, shit, everyone wants to...
Every planet in the world.
Oh, what the fuck? Why did I say that? Like, I
Gamey
said that
game basis.
randomly.
What is that
It's too hot in here.
No, they're seriously game. They were like, it was an indie game development company. They were like, I mean, it's a game and you can travel to like, if all these planets, a universe will be generated in front of you, and it'll just go on forever, infinitely.
That's fucking boring.
And then, I know. It's a huge undertaking. They're like, and it'll be a bit of fun. And then
mean? You fly between them in real time.
Yeah, and it'll be developing in front of you. Like, it'll be created. That's what happened. Is that what it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then you land on a planet and you're like, oh, there's carbon here.
Woo!
Okay.
You! Carbon!
So this is much more contained in terms of scope. And things like not having dialogue makes it cheaper to produce.
That's it.
Well, because you don't have to pay a voice actor and record all the lines and write all the
Record
dialogue.
it in multiple languages.
I guess it's a lot of lines in a
A lot of
video game.
fiddling around.
Yeah, that's a big
I
thing.
don't think about the number of lines there are to deliver.
There's a lot.
Where did you pull that Super Duper from?
It was sitting on my back.
Oh, okay.
I forgot for a second what it was.
Oh, Xavier, is that
like-
what you want to hear?
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of lines of dialogue. Who knows? How many lines of dialogue there are in a game?
As many Super Dupers are in my...
But they haven't cut corners. Like it's
No,
beautiful.
it's so well done.
Yeah,
Art style's beautiful.
Actually,
the
there was
gameplay's
one
great.
time earlier today I was playing, and instead of stepping, he was just sort of like, his legs were just like, he floated across the ground. That's the only thing that went wrong for me.
Right.
But I forgave it.
Yeah.
Is like even something like making his head be a paper bag, is that like a decision that you would be like, well then we don't have to render a complicated face?
Well, you can change his hat and you can
Change
change
his
his
hat. It would be, but you can change his hat. So like,
Not particularly.
you couldn't change his hat in the first
So
one.
no.
Thanks
But
everyone.
it could be. But in theory.
No, but true.
sure.
In theory, that is exactly. That's what they would do.
It's like, the Mandalorian. They save on makeup or something.
That's why they do that.
because the Mandalorian had no budget.
Yeah. Very cheap. Very cheap.
Disney's real cheap.
They're not doing
Yeah.
well over
Not
there.
doing well.
They don't have makeup.
No, they don't.
Little indie show, The Mandalorian.
Mice don't need makeup.
We can do every character except the main character. We can't afford to do that one. Sorry, I did all the maths and then I left that till last and there's no money left to buy the makeup.
We all make mistakes.
I'm a bad producer. I told you that when we started this.
It's yes, it's beautiful. The sound design is great. Very creating the atmosphere it's great.
All the strange, like when you first arrive, before you get to the school, and there were just clothes everywhere. And at first, I'm like, okay, some clothes. And then there were clothes in the bar.
You saw clothes and you were like, okay, clothes.
All right, clothes.
I get
Like I
it.
said,
Okay, that's
so
clothes.
just set the scene. I mumble that to myself while I'm playing the game in the dark. Okay, clothes. Then I get to the bar and they're clothes laid out where people would be sitting. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, clothes laid out.
Clothes laid out. And then I got some shoes and I put them at the bottom of the pants and went, I wonder if this will do something. And nothing happened.
Oh,
I was like, I think I'm trying too hard.
That was a good idea.
Creative of you.
I thought maybe,
Very creative.
I thought something might happen that they might then spring to life and I'd get to walk along with a man in the game.
I thought I could be friends with some pants.
Yeah, clothes people.
So the gameplay, there's obviously there's platforming elements. Essentially, I quite like that because I don't really like platformers generally. I find it frustrating to
isn't
have
like
to.
It's not a real platformer. It's not like you've got to make this jump in this perfect timing sort of thing.
Yeah, it's a mix.
feel-
There's
yeah.
some of that, but it's a mix of platform and like puzzle, problem solving, that sort of thing.
It's not frustrating. I mean, the thing with the torch was frustrating, but it's not in the way that, like, fuck, I missed a jump and now I have to start this shit all the way.
Yeah. It's not like your Shovel Knight sort of thing. Like, the fun of the game is that you start from the beginning of that section and you need to nail every single jump. And you'll feel great when you do it, but it's frustrating leading up to that point. This is a lot more relaxing.
So that was like Blue Fire was like that, where I got frustrated because Blue Fire. Where I got frustrated because, and that's I get frustrated with platformers where I have to do the same thing over and over again.
So proud of yourself.
It's a really bad habit, but I won't stop.
Okay. So I get frustrated by that. But this, I think, this had the same problem in that you do die and you get reset. But the two things I think make it less frustrating is one, it's the checkpoints are more frequent. So you're not having to go right back. Like the way it kind of works. Okay.
Yeah.
We've got.
From Gunas.
Thank you, Gunas.
Yeah. Yeah, baby. Hit me with it.
All right, that's for Naomi.
And that's all for Andy.
What the fuck?
How do you know who it's for?
What the fuck?
No, I just decided to give.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Oh no! That is all for Andy. Is that literally all it is?
Happy Meal readers. The twins Seeker Solar
So good.
have twins.
Wait, is that it?
How did you know I have twins?
Is that all that's in there?
Did I mention I have twins?
Perfect.
Did I just dox my twins?
No, he didn't. I think it was just. It's just a coincidence.
Is that all that's in there?
Well, in that case, I don't have twins.
Yeah, that's all that's in there, guys. No, it's got burgers and fries.
Oh, does it really?
Oh my.
Because it would have been very
God.
funny just to have the apple juice and apples.
Funny.
That's so good.
Should we switch over to the Twitch bit? Let's just call this
No,
a break.
it's fine.
Oh, all right.
Pass it down.
Keep talking. I just
had a chip.
burgie.
Oh wow.
Look at all these beautiful apple slices for
I
Andy.
don't think there is a Happy Meal, is there?
I think this is what
I think this is what you get if it's livered, maybe.
Yeah, there's no box.
They don't get a box.
But you get the meal.
Oh,
I didn't get a box.
But you can have the meal.
Yum.
You get the chips.
Thank you, Gunas.
Thanks, Gunas.
You can take these home, put them in the fridge.
Is this weird?
Yeah, it's a little bit weird.
I'll try a burger. I'll try one. I don't know
I'll try
never had a cheeseburger
burger.
Evan, you were saying.
Please, Evan.
Speaking of things Evan was saying,
Yes.
I watched last week's episode.
Yes.
There's a big bit about you wanting to eat my teeth. That was weird, wasn't it? Especially knowing that I was booked on the show for the next week.
Well, that's why you came to mind, because I was thinking of people.
Yeah, okay. And you can only really hold in your head the booking list for Gamey. So those are the only people who are real for you. Yeah, and you said
Ben's
I
gonna
have
be on
good
next
teeth, which I really appreciate. But I think, my top ones are okay. The bottom ones are real, they're not good.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
So you
not as
made
good as I remember.
You made a really bad investment. I think your teeth are much better than mine.
Oh, that's
So anyway, you should-
You can't eat your own teeth.
No, I guess not. Guess not.
Okay, so what I was saying was,
Please.
there's two reasons I think it's less frustrating as a platform. First one being the checkpoints are more frequent. So you're not having to go way back to, if you do die, you're only going back a short while, you're not having to repeat things so much.
Yeah.
And then the other reason is, it's kind of by the way the game's designed, is that it's fairly kind of segmented into rooms. And so it's kind of all in little bits. And so it makes it a bit, if you don't like one bit, or if like one bit is kind of frustrating, you're still kind of like, oh, I wonder what's in the next room. And so
Very smoothly done.
so it kind of I found that a bit motivating. Whereas other platformers are like, oh, it's probably just more platforms to jump on. Whereas this, it's
A lot of unique, different stuff. Is that what you mean?
Every room is so rich and vibrant and a bit different. Like it's I think it's paced really well. So between puzzle bits, between like calmer, more sort of passive sections, and then really sort of like thrilling action stuff and combat bits. So I think that it's paced really nicely. So you're not kind of getting into. I think that helped me avoid getting frustrated with the game too much. There are definitely times where I was throwing down the controller though, and that
Well, maybe you need to go to therapy.
maybe I need to go to therapy.
Yeah, don't throw it down, Evan. Just put it down.
But
I did have
actually,
some gamer rage,
what-
which Mark pointed out to me, because I'm always telling him to stop fucking screaming
Oh yeah.
when he's gaming, and like he was playing Super Mario 3D yesterday, and just he's like, how, I hit that every game he plays.
Right.
But yeah, there was parts of this where I was just like, fuck.
What I
Don't tell me that's more Happy Meals.
The doorbell just went. Should we? All right, well,
We're gonna end up with all these happy
we made a horrible mistake.
Keep talking.
I think the only times I struggled with it was when I would. Sometimes the controls were a little bit shit of like, what can I grab onto sort of stuff. Like, I was like, I'll jump and grab. It's not working. Maybe I don't go that way. I'd go, no, actually I could. I just wasn't getting the grab right.
No, I didn't have that issue at all.
Okay, well, I guess you're a better gamer than me.
I had that.
I would say I probably definitely am.
No way.
I had that.
No way.
Sometimes.
Game off.
Game off.
Game off.
It's game off time.
It's game off time. Game off, everyone. We're gaming off.
All right, we have more McDonald's.
Hey!
Guys, don't order more McDonald's.
The more the merrier.
Oh, is there a box in this one?
Hey! And you got it.
A box.
Box has got
for
delivered.
Is there a name on this one?
Andy.
Another.
Yay! Woo!
Got veggie burgers in it.
Oh, for Andy.
I'm actually really excited about reading these books to my children. So.
Oh, that's great. Thank you, McDonald.
And I am really, really disgusted about the idea of apple slices in a plastic bag that says made in Australia from at least 99% Australian ingredients. So I'd love to find the 1%.
I know.
Probably the preservatives, brother.
How is that different
Brother.
from apple juice in a plastic container?
Yeah.
Well, because it's so close to just being an apple. Like, we're so close to just a whole apple that you could just get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is all...
You can't buy an apple and then make this in 10 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Do that with that.
Those ones,
Get a
it's
juicer,
like...
you could.
Or so you can just eat an apple.
Yeah.
So,
If you had a factory that made juice, you could do that.
okay,
This is a platformer.
it is a platformer, yes.
Here's my joke.
Okay.
I would argue that some of the behaviour in this game shouldn't be given a platform.
Okay.
Why are you trying to cancel the
More like a-
5-year-old protagonist of this
More
game?
like a D-platformer. Like that.
Okay, Milo. Evan. You've
yes.
been trying to
Mono
finish
does
yours
sound
for
like
10
Milo.
minutes.
We cracked the code. We can stop.
The bits that I did find frustrating were, so the closest this game has to combat is being able to pick up an object like an axe or something like that and hit other things, people with it. Children, mostly, I think.
Yeah. Smash children's heads open, yep.
Yeah. And I
fucking love
I
found...
just
fucked
love
up so many
everyone
kids.
getting real shush. And you pick up things you have to kill children. And I did it, but the game made me do it.
Pretending he doesn't love it.
Yeah. You were like, finally. Finally.
So yes, you can hit children with objects to kill them.
Back on track.
But that's not your problem with it. What's your problem?
And you can also do that in the game.
Whoa! Here he goes. Here he goes.
And that way it's very realistic.
Oh no!
Oh, man. Don't get too edgy, Evan.
You're leaning into it now, aren't you?
Yeah, I think it's gonna ruin your whole rep.
Couldn't
dude.
resist.
Rep.
No, but but I found that a bit sort of hit and miss.
Yes!
Oh, God.
When Ben is ready, Evan will play.
But that's the part that I was throwing down my controller over, was a bit where you have to kill maybe 4, I think, in a row in a checkpoint period or whatever.
Kids.
Kids, yes. And it was just kind of finicky because it's a bit difficult because it's very slow. And I think this is all kind of deliberate game design choices.
Because you can only drag it. You can't really hold it up because you're too
Yeah, you have to actively hold on to it, hold down the trigger to hold on to it and drag it along with you and then swing it. So that, that all adds to the feeling of...
You got frustrated then.
Yeah.
You are going to get so frustrated.
With the
you're
torch
through.
bit? I'm not to the torch bit
The
yet.
torch
so-
bit, or there's another bit with the pipe that was really frustrating me. It's like 2 things coming at you at once.
Right.
It was a lot harder than the children bit.
Yeah, right. So I found that a bit frustrating, but that's not necessarily... I mean, that's not the game's fault. It's obviously... I think that's part of the game's intent.
Yeah.
Is to
Yeah. I feel
that.
like it's similar to Silent Hill.
Oh yeah.
Silent Hill isn't a game where you're like, the character I'm playing is good at combat, I know what I'm doing.
Yep.
Part of what's interesting about it is how bad that character is at combat.
Yep.
So you don't feel powerful, you feel like you're out of your depth.
Sure, yeah, okay.
And that's definitely, I think, what this game's trying to do. Is, you're out of your depth the whole time.
It's definitely not that easy. I remember playing Inside and I don't remember it being as hard as this.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think they've really tried to make it like it's tough. While Inside is just, you like play the whole story, it's fun, but there's, other than the puzzles, it's not anything too challenging, I don't think.
Yeah, I rarely get frustrated and like yell when I'm playing games or like swear, but with this I was just like, fuck every time.
Also because, like the teacher would actually eat you and you'd be like, oh God, come on! Like it was...
Stop it, neck lady!
Stop it, neck lady, yeah.
Pull that neck back in! That's where the phrase came from.
No, forget it.
Where what?
Where did the phrase come from?
From the game.
From you saying that just then?
No, from the neck ladies
From the neck lady.
who extend their necks up to 50 metres
Right,
to eat you.
to eat children.
Yes.
And then people would say, pull that net back in to the neck lady for eating a child.
Yeah.
And now
it became pull your
and then
neck
say,
in.
pull your neck in.
Yeah. That's how language,
What happened?
That
language
was
spreads.
perfect, and I
do you read
didn't
a
need to
book?
analyse it.
Read a book, Andy.
here, actually.
There are many in front of you. Why don't you read The Treetop Twins?
Yeah, that's more at your level
Look.
probably.
I have so much to contribute to this conversation that I think it would probably be better if I did read this book to give you guys a chance.
That's a less substantial book than I thought it would be. I think that's the
It's
thinnest
packaging.
hardcover.
It's always with this stuff, It's half air.
It's like chips. It's like a packet of chips, but with the book.
Oh, thought there'd be more book in this packet.
My other sort of minor criticism with this was I got a bit frustrated with the I guess the trial and error component of it. There's bits where you the only way to sort of make it through successfully without dying is to basically go through, die, and learn from that and do it again.
I don't mind.
This game?
I don't mind that. I like that.
No, I know we're talking about this game.
So okay, so
What in this game?
well, because you'll go.
You're saying you need to go die. You need to walk forward, touch a thing you can't see, and it's something kills you. And like,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
won't do that again.
Oh.
There's stuff that you couldn't possibly have known, like to avoid.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I did do in that sequence where you get hit by a lot of buckets. There was something a bit funny about just every step forward you do.
Yeah.
Another bucket comes and slams a child into the ground.
And that it was like,
Lifeless body on the floor.
and you couldn't pick where it was going to be. Eventually you could, but at the beginning you're just like, fucking every bucket's going to kill you. All right, fine. Like,
So that's fine again because you go back to a pretty.
you're saying that you want the child to die on your terms.
I'm saying.
By my hand.
By my hand only.
No, I don't want the child to die. I mean,
It's so hard for you to say that, isn't it? It doesn't come naturally.
what I
What's up?
again talking about the trial and error thing, right? So what frustrated me a bit was in the bit near the start where you're being hunted down by the guy with the shotgun, right?
Yes.
I got frustrated because they set you up with a sneaking kind of mechanic, right? They teach you sneak in the long grass and he won't see you. That's how you get past, right? But then a little while later, you go through, he's off in the distance, you sneak past and he sees you anyway. And the way you're supposed to do it, just by trial and error again, is to sneak until he sort of sees you and then you have to run and then you have to get behind a box and then he shoots the box, right? That's the way it's supposed to go. But I found it a bit frustrating that it wasn't consistent in that it gave us like a sneak mechanic saying you can hide in the long grass and he won't see you. But he spots you anyway in that particular bit. I was hiding in the long grass and he saw me and I died. Like that felt a bit like, why is the game punishing me? Right, okay.
Yeah, it all felt...
But I mean, I was
intuitive
watching
to
your
me.
stream during that and that you did get killed then.
Well,
and
I
then
got
when you
killed, but then I learned.
yeah, and then you did it again. It was fine. But to me, it just felt like
Yeah,
I
and
feel like
I
I
did
did.
have a freaking rage attack about it.
I'm not raging.
You're being really aggressive, and it's scary.
It felt like the game was punishing me for doing
Hey,
like because I
Evan,
did.
Evan, can you lower your voice?
Can you calm down?
Can you calm down? Because we're
Please
just
calm
having a
down.
conversation.
We're trying to have a civil conversation,
Yeah.
and you're making it really hard.
Yeah.
The,
embarrassing
I simply felt like it was.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Your hands are up.
Okay, it was. I felt like it was punishing me for something that I did wrong that I didn't realize. I thought I was doing the right thing, and I died anyway. I thought I was doing what the game had sort of taught me to do.
Don't blame the
Okay,
game.
so this is the thing.
Okay.
The game shouldn't have to teach you to do anything. It's on you to make the effort to learn.
You have to do the work.
So you've got to do the work. It's called emotional labour, all right? And 99% of it is done by Naomi.
Thank you, Andy, for that.
Okay,
You learned something, Evan?
I suppose. I'm not exactly sure
Do you
what it is
feel in
yet,
a way that this
but,
conversation is a bit like that? That guy shooting you in the grass where you were just doing the right thing and then getting attacked for no reason.
Rules keep changing.
What do they want from me?
I thought I knew how
Well,
to talk.
there's another lesson there, isn't there? Which is that things change.
Okay.
Change.
Did you
Right.
think, though, that it was... I didn't think it was ever unfair. I thought every time I learned a new mechanic, I would apply that. The mechanic would change, but I wasn't like, I keep dying, why do I keep dying? I don't know what's going on. It felt just consistent enough.
That was the one point to me that it felt unfair. But I think it's really good, and that really is my only real criticism of it. I think it's beautiful. The atmosphere is great. The sound design's great.
Sorry, I just saw the video. Just that little girl just getting fucking whacked in the head by a bucket.
It looks beautiful.
And it's creepy. I love the creepy atmosphere. I think it's not something that at least I see a lot in games. I don't play a lot of horror games and that sort of thing, so it's kind of fun to dip my toes in that sort of
I don't get scared
genre.
a lot in game, and I wouldn't say I was scared, but I was like sort of tense and unnerved by the game.
Yeah, it's a bit more like
really
that.
doesn't happen to me.
just
Stressful.
like not just gory, and it's not just
Yeah.
monsters jumping out like zombies.
no jump
Oh, there's a
scares.
zombie there or something. It's just the vibe is really full on.
Yeah.
The character design's really good, really scary.
Yeah, definitely.
It's on pretty much all the major platforms. It's on PC, Xbox, PS4, and
I got it on
Switch.
PS4.
Yes, yes, me too.
Yes.
I got on PC.
Oh, there you go.
Looks real good on my monitor.
Oh, great.
But it feels like one of those games that you would play in the lounge room. No offense.
Yeah, I was.
I think it's more of a on the desk, real close, lights off, you're into it sort of game.
Oh yeah.
I
Good.
watched the walkthrough trailer on my Google Home in the kitchen.
All right. Okay.
What do you mean? A tablet on the counter?
Yeah, up there on a little shelf.
What are you doing? Just standing there?
Did you stand through the whole 3 hours?
You're just standing there watching it for 3
I was
hours?
making dinner, flicking along occasionally. Yeah, that's how I watched Gamey Game as well while I was doing the vacuuming.
Dad, that's so funny.
I was vacuuming around, occasionally look at Gamey Game up there. At one point, I thought the kids were screaming at each other in the front yard and turned around. Oh no, it's just Gamey Game. That's just the level.
Do you think it's funny that you're a father and you have a podcast?
Yeah.
That's such a funny thought to me.
Why is that funny?
Shouldn't you be
can
doing
watch
something
a Google
with this
Home
time?
while like vacuuming, and then you're like, I'm off to do my podcast, honey.
I had to leave bedtime to make this show. I feel terrible. This is not okay.
Oh, they won't remember. You come home with books.
Just, yeah.
Oh yeah. So
Ride
many,
them.
so
Take
many
it to
of the same-
McDonald's or Uncle Mac's Cafe.
Old McDonald Cafe.
Old McDonald Cafe.
I went to Old McDonald Cafe and I got your kids some books.
And they can all have.
That is
whatever.
seriously sweet though. That's really heartwarming.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's sweet.
it's nice.
It really
It's,
warms my heart about you vacuuming. I don't know why.
Vacuuming and trying to watch Gamey Game. I guess it's funny. That looked like they said something good.
Is that my teeth?
Everyone sweet my tea.
Luckily, I could lip read.
Children, hang on. There's a man talking about eating my teeth on the Google Home.
Okay, I got this installed real high. Oh yeah. How high is it? Is it like?
It's real high. Real high.
It seems like a real dad thing, just be standing there.
Wash her tied his
Small
screen up on a
screen up on
shelf.
the wall.
I always feel like I know when I'm getting old when I'm like, I want to mount it as high as possible. For some reason. Like, get it real high.
I want my neck to be fucked.
Right.
Sitting is a disease.
Yeah.
Shout out to anyone watching this on their Google Homes in their kitchens. Check it out. It's on all the bloody consoles. There are PS5 and Xbox One X versions coming later this year, I think. And there's also a free demo available. I didn't play the demo, but I imagine if you want to check it out but aren't sure about whether it's for you, check out...
It's for you.
It's probably for you.
Unless you get spooked. That's the only reason it wouldn't be for you.
But even so, it's not that scary. Like, if you're worried about it being too scary...
This would go straight into my nightmares. If I played this, this is what I would be having nightmares about. If I watch one zombie movie, I have zombie nightmares for months.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Just don't watch zombie movies, I guess.
Yeah, I don't.
Hey, before we wrap up the show, we do have a Patreon question.
What a tone! what a tone!
Well, I was like, are we going to address this?
Before we wrap up the show, let me tell you guys.
Obviously.
I found a lump.
We have a Patreon question. The top voter question this week is from Pappy again.
Happy!
What's the longest you've ever played a video game uninterrupted, and how did you feel about yourself after that?
I reckon it was Stardew Valley when I had the flu.
Ah, right, yeah.
I think I probably played it for like maybe, I mean, does this include like, I definitely ate and went to the toilet, but probably all day, and it was up until like 4 a.m. So probably, 15 hours maybe?
Whoa.
How did I feel after that? Still in a lot of pain from having the flu. So I didn't feel that guilty because I was like, I can't do anything else. It was just me like laying on the couch and every now and then, even when there was no one around, just being like, ow.
Sometimes it's nice to be sick so you could just you don't have to do anything else.
I always think that.
It's real free time.
Yeah, I think
My
that.
body
And
is
then
healing.
I reminisce about being sick. But when I actually had the flu, because people say they have the flu when they have a cold. And I've been like, I don't think I've ever had the flu. And then I got the flu. I was like, this is a fucking flu.
Yeah.
It fucking sucks. Has anyone talked about flus in a while?
Maybe,
I haven't gamed for a long time, but I've talked about the flu for ages.
maybe like flu-like symptoms?
Yeah, no, I haven't, and not recently. Don't worry about the cake.
Oh.
But Stardew. But that happens to me with a lot of video games. I just binge it. I'm a real monogamist when it comes to video games. It's been really. I haven't dealt well with being halfway through Blue Fire and then having to pick up Little Nightmares 2.
I'm sorry.
That is your fault. Because you're essentially my dealer.
See, I'm always never finish the end, get real close to the end, and then just abandon.
Yeah,
Jump to
right.
the next one. It's weird.
I'm a bit like that.
Right?
Yeah, it's true.
Anyway, someone else talk.
I reckon
Yeah?
it must be Minecraft for me. It'd have to be.
Really?
Yeah, I was really huge into Minecraft.
Right.
Before they would, back when you could just buy it straight for $10 or something straight from the site.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, like that still works. That I bought it back then, I can still use that login to pick it up now, and it's still there.
Is it like a subscription now?
Yeah, I don't know what it is now. But that one still works. I can go straight back into the game with all the updates. It's fine.
Feels like it's changed so much since then.
Either that or maybe Fallout.
Things really changed.
Things really change.
Became a cultural phenomenon.
Maybe Half-Life 1, I reckon.
yeah.
I reckon it may be the longest it would have been was back when I was a lot younger and I had a lot more time to do
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing, is that I
wife.
definitely...
No wife, no job, nothing.
No wife, no life.
Yeah.
No wife, no life.
Only Minecraft.
Yeah. We used to play... we used to have LAN parties. We'd play, Call of Duty 2, and we'd just play until the early hours in the morning.
Hell yeah. I remember my boyfriend set me up with Zelda, and then he had friends come over and they played, I think, StarCraft LAN party, and I sat on a beanbag and played Ocarina of Time.
Oh, that's nice. That sounds
But he set you up to go, okay, I don't want you to be annoying us doing this. You can be set up playing Zelda.
Yeah. We'll set
I
something
guess.
to occupy you.
I don't know why I didn't just stay home. I guess I was in love with him.
I reckon I would have played StarCraft probably.
Yeah.
For some chunk of time. I don't know.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Weird.
played it once. I did not like it.
Really?
That's StarCraft. I thought it was
What
good.
about your little things? Was it fun?
Zerg, yuck.
Yeah, I never really
Filthy.
played it. Is
They
there a
were pretty
Leaving
yuck.
goo everywhere.
Nobody
Yuck.
wants that. Nice, clean.
I was like, can I clean up the Zerg Goo? No, just stays there. And I was like, I'm never playing this again.
Yeah, I never got into that. I don't like that real-time strategy.
Of StarCraft where you can clean things.
I did say that, and they all laughed at me. I was like, how do I get them made? It's filthy. Yeah, no, I never liked that real-time strategy stuff. Yuck!
I like real-time strategy. I played a bit of that as a kid. I played a lot of Ragnarok. Was another one that I got
That's
into
a
a lot.
movie.
Ragnarok Online.
For Ragnarok,
Movie.
It was a game.
that controller wasn't affecting anything on screen, Evan.
What?
The controller you were playing with. I'm doing really well this time. What's Ragnarok? What is that game?
It's an MMORPG.
That's too many.
Sorry.
You know, like a yeah.
Massively multiplayer
Like World of Warcraft.
online role-playing game.
Yeah, there you go. Andy knows what games are.
Like, wow.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
World of Warcraft.
Thank you.
And the world of WoW.
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 Fuck, we're done.
Oh, we are so fucking done.
Fucked up. So fucked.
Rough.
Yeah, pretty hot in here, right?
Yeah.
It's getting hot in here.
We should.
Super duper's boiling now.
If you have a question you'd like us to answer on the show, you can jump on the $10 Patreon tier.
Yeah, but maybe do it during winter.
Xavier, buddy. That is the wise man spends his $10 on Patreon in winter.
Winter.
The Gamey game.
We'll get a better answer.
We have to thank our top patrons. Big thanks to Adam Donaghy, Adam Giambattista, Alex Studo, Alice, Amy G, Balasaru, Ben Lovett, Cameron Fullwood, Cameron McCorrist, Shemitha Geratney, Chandler the Bakerman, Christian Nordheim, Christian Sanchez.
Christian Sanchez.
Christian Sanchez?
Cypher DH, Cody, Daleks, Ruined My Day, David Bourne, David Cunningham, Decay, Dixie Dean 17, Drew Peisner, Drew Johnson,
Is that
Drew
David
Schuller.
Cunningham that I know?
Sorry?
I wonder if that's the David Cunningham that I know.
Probably.
Did I
It's
say
a very uncommon name.
Aaron Kindler, Evan S. Darling, Gay Karl Marx, Jen B, Greg Middleton, Vicente Chapman, Jack F. Mufati, Jematar, Josh Apter, Joshua Barron, Kieran Desmondo, Kylie Jones, Lachlan Chapman, Matthew Ryan, Marissa Ladent, Moneyman Sam, Nesta Gaharo, Paul Barbie, Perry Ritter, Peter Ways Chaco, Paul Lives, Prash Chandar, Rattlehead Jake, Rowasaw, Robbie Proctor, Santeri Rakonen, Scott Chapman, Shabab Hayder, Sean Prague, Stephen Burke, Siraj Perez, and Zach Steinbacher.
Whoa!
Well done, Evan.
The list keeps getting longer.
Oh,
Yeah, so you're ranking it in. So do we start getting to see a
loving
little
it.
slice of the cheddar soon?
There's slices of apple around here somewhere.
Yeah, I
We're
suppose.
not. What is this? What is this to you?
We're cleaning up.
we give you Happy Meals from our viewers. What else did you... if you want to hear your name read on the show, all you have to do is go to our Patreon, patreon.com/gamergame, sign up to the close personal friend tier, and there are some great benefits to signing up. You get episodes early, you can join us in the Discord, and you get the cheat sheets here. I haven't put up the cheat sheet from last week because there was a lockdown, snap lockdown. I'm like,
I'll just say the cheat sheets are very funny. I was laughing reading mine.
Oh, great. Yeah,
write them.
Beck writes up the article on the
Very
front page.
funny.
She does a
That's
great
great
job.
content.
Well done,
They're
Beck.
Good things. You also get to send in questions for us to answer at the end of the show.
That's
and then,
true.
And then if for the next tier up at $5 more, you get a mug as well.
Very good mug.
We're restocking mugs. We're getting more on the way, and we'll be catching up on mugs soon. If you've signed up for one recently, we'll be getting them out shortly. You can sign up to patreon.com/gamergame. And if you enjoy the show, you can subscribe onto the YouTube channel. You can subscribe to us on Twitch as well. Follow us on Twitch. And watch us live, mostly Fridays, but just keep an eye on social media and our Twitch schedule. We'll try to keep that up to date so you don't miss out on that. You can share around the show. There's a clips channel. You can podcast the show. Just search for us on whatever podcast app you use. And we also have a subreddit if you want to go check out reddit.com/r/gamergame. There's so many things.
That's so many things.
a lot of stuff.
Ways to take in this show.
Yeah.
And of course, Naomi, your show
My
just
show.
came out this week.
It did.
It's called Why You Like This.
It's getting rave reviews.
It's so good.
It's
really
I
good.
watched it. I think it's the best Australian sitcom I've seen maybe ever.
Aww,
Whoa.
that's so
That's great.
nice.
I watched it. I really liked
I
it too.
respect you too.
What? Well, okay, then
Even
this
recently-
is a great time to mention the fact that I auditioned for your show and did not get it.
When?
I just auditioned for a part.
In the main thing?
Yep.
Whoa.
What part?
Some guy holding a sign in an airport.
That does not sound familiar.
I don't remember that.
There was some guy holding a sign.
At a protest?
Yeah, that could be it.
Right.
You auditioned for that?
Yeah,
Was it a men's rights activist?
You sent in a tape?
I did. And I was not good.
I didn't even see the tape.
Wow.
I knew this would be awkward. I did want to say the casting was excellent on the show.
Yeah,
Oh,
really good.
thank
Everyone is
really,
great.
really good casting.
Really? Because this doesn't sound like you were saying
No,
at the beginning.
but I genuinely, I was like,
He knew that from when he wasn't cast. He's like, wow.
like really. Anytime
They make
somebody
some
doesn't
good
cast me,
choices.
I'm like, I really respect this. They're doing it right.
I'm really sorry we gave the part to Annie
you,
Lumsden.
you know, you watch American shows and you're like, where do they get all these great character actors for all these funny people for all these little parts? And then you watch Australian shows and you're like, I don't feel like we're getting that depth. And you found all these people. I'm like, I haven't seen all these people before. They're so good.
Aww.
Every
Some
little
people
thing,
I'd seen
every
before.
detail is incredible.
And mostly from Melbourne, pretty much all of them, unless they
Yes,
paid to
Melbourne.
come from other states because we did not have enough money
Ah.
to look Australia-wide.
It's great.
Well, thank you very much. That's all really nice stuff to say about the show. It's on iView. You can look it up. Please watch it.
And it'll be on Netflix?
It will eventually be. It's coming soon to Netflix worldwide. So everywhere except Australia, it'll be on Netflix soon. But for the moment, it's just in Australia. Yeah, I
You know what it feels like, USA?
Great, check it out.
You have to wait.
Yeah, now you know how we feel all the time.
Sad.
It's called Why? Yeah, I said it.
Why
So.
are you like this?
Go check it out.
No question mark.
Yeah, right.
Huh.
Yeah,
know
interesting.
that.
It's a statement.
It's a statement. It's also a meme.
Right. Oh. Andy, you have a new podcast called The
Yeah,
Pop
we have
Test.
we have an ABC radio show and podcast called The Pop Test. It's on Radio National on Saturdays and it's repeated sometimes throughout the week. But don't worry about that because you can just get the podcast.
It's very good.
Much more convenient.
Yeah.
Naomi was on the first episode.
I went on
It was
it.
great.
Thank you.
Andy, I auditioned to be on that podcast. I sent a tape in. You didn't actually ask for tapes or anything.
Yeah, I saw that tape.
Anyway, it was me holding a sign
VHS tape.
saying that men's rights are rights too. I was a bit confused to what the show
I
was
didn't
about.
so much send it in as post it online, but I assumed you'd see
I
it.
thought you'd see it and you'd have me on first, but doesn't matter.
And co-hosting that
How it
with
feels.
you.
That was not nice. I'm really sorry I did that to you.
Well, I didn't even know your auditions.
co-hosted with Alistair Tremblay-Birchall.
Alistair
who was on the
Tremblay-Birchall.
show recently as well.
He was very funny.
Who you also do Two in the Think Tank, the podcast.
That's right. Yes, please
So,
look them up. We need the downloads to get a second season.
Oh, all right, well, that's pressure. Go download. Does it matter where they download it?
Download it 10 fucking times.
Yeah. They don't get one. It's your fault.
Wow.
Yeah, same with my show.
Everyone, please support it.
Just play. Just press play on iView. Just leave the room.
Yeah. This show we'll keep making regardless.
You can leave right now. It's fine. We'll still be here.
Zay, have you got anything to plug?
You've got a web series coming out soon.
I know I got a web series coming out soon, but I'm at a stage where I can't really announce or say anything yet.
Yeah, but you can build hype.
There is a
Build the
web
hype.
series with me and Ben Russell.
Who's that?
Ben Russell, you might not know him. He's sort of like a character actor impressionist.
Ugh. Sounds disgusting.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so that will be coming, but I can't say much more. But soon,
Hug the Sun.
can I say the title? It's Hug the Sun.
Yeah, it's been announced, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, we
I
announced
think
it.
it has been.
Hug the Sun.
Isn't it like
No, we announced
Australia?
when we announced the funding.
Yeah.
We've announced the funding, but there's no trailer yet and there's no release date yet. But yeah, it's going to be real good.
Partially shot here in this room.
It was. We shot it in Perth and Melbourne. We shot all the Melbourne bits in here.
Exciting.
And you do little scamps every
Yes,
week.
every week I do little scamps.
On Twitch?
Ben Russell's Twitch channel. Why am I doing all your work for you? I'm sorry, I've been in
because-
promo mode and I'm like, you're fucking wasting this
Use it, do it. I just felt like they'd run. But then again, we got a lot of viewers on Twitch as well. So come jump over from watching this to Tuesday nights watching Ben Russell's Twitch, Bond member, and we'll be doing little scamps. We look at videos and pictures of the Lanimals and other things as well. Yeah. Check that out. And then also my stand-up special is still out on Stupid Old Studios Presents as well.
It's
always there.
It's so good.
SOSpresents.com.
watch it.
It's really good. It's very cheap to buy.
Only $10. I mean, that's like one Happy Meal.
Yeah, I don't know how much Happy Meals cost, but you probably
Probably like $7 now.
Like $7 or something.
Yeah, it's really good, and there's some other great stuff on SOSpresents.com as
Great-
well,
there's
including
great stuff. There's so many
Including
good
Magma
specials.
with me and Alistair Tremblay-Birchall. But I've had my plug opportunity.
Oh, Magma's great.
Squandered it.
It's
Oh,
a,
yes, Mag. Love that show, please.
we should do like
They
a
wear
package
skivvies.
deal.
Yeah, and that's always funny.
Yeah,
So funny.
really funny stuff. Go to SOS.
I also have a Twitch channel.
Yep.
Amy's Twitch, check it out.
And also, I have a podcast
Oh yeah.
called Batch Bitch. We haven't done an episode in ages, but we recorded one. I just have to edit it. So I'm saying it now so that I will remember to edit it because I keep forgetting.
And I need to buy milk.
That's why I was nervous about doing my promo because it's like, we're not finished. I don't want to set too many precedents for when this thing will come out. So I'm like,
Right.
just, it'll happen.
It's hype.
Yeah.
It's hype, yeah. Check it out. It's happening soon.
Don't
Watch
do
out.
that.
What's it going to
That's
be?
gonna take away all the hype.
What's it going to be? You don't know.
There is
No. What's that? You pulled the funding? But you
They're going to
already
see Hug the
made
Sun and they're going to think of that.
Okay.
They're going to be like,
This isn't good?
There is also a new show on our on this YouTube channel called Matt Your Heroes with Matt Stewart, meeting his heroes. Andy, you came up with the title of this.
I did.
And literally nobody believed in this title. To the point where we shot the show and the intros, we got right to the very end before we decided we wanted to commit to the title.
You're kidding. I didn't know
Wow.
that.
No.
I pitched the title. I came up with the idea for the show.
Yeah.
I said you should call it Matt Your Heroes. I didn't know that behind the scenes there was all this.
No, we were on board with the
these
idea for the
whispers.
show.
It's whispers.
We're on board with the idea for the show, but everyone was like, "What, Matt? Is that a reference? What does that mean?"
I think it makes total sense. Meet your heroes, Matt your heroes.
Well, some people get it and some people don't. Anyway,
I understand
I never will.
the problem of when you make a pun and you don't really think it out.
yeah.
I did a show called Let Us Do This. It's not a good. Yeah, we shot a poster together where I put a whole bunch of real snails.
That was fun.
We had to edit out. The only thing we photoshopped was the shit on my face, because the snails shadowed my face. No one wanted to look at the poster.
They use snail mucus for like facials and stuff. So
Oh, really? And that's
What do
why
they
my
do
skin
with
is so
snail
clean.
shit?
I don't know.
That was a really really uncomfortable photo to look at. Some of
Yeah,
my
yeah,
best
yeah.
work.
Gotta wrap this up.
Got to wrap this up.
Good.
Hey,
God.
check
Promos.
out Matt Heroes.
Okay, let's stay here forever in the plug section.
It's so hot.
That is all for this
I
week.
was re-roofing my house all day today in 30-degree heat.
Dad,
And it was not as hot as this room. It was in full sun.
Why were you re-roofing your house today?
Because the roof was bad.
Why today?
Needed a new roof.
Wait for the cool change. It's Melbourne. It'll come in 10 seconds.
You work when you got to childcare time.
Oh,
That dictates.
you're a dad.
Is it Dad?
You'll be a dad soon.
No. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I got to promo that.
Oh yeah.
My wife's pregnant. I've got a baby coming.
Yeah. And when is
I
that coming
will
out?
not be re-roofing my roof. If I tried to re-roof the roof, I just fuck the roof up more. I'd rather live in a house with no roof. All right, let's just finish this. Fucking hell.
We've got to wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching. We will catch you next week. Bye.